is Wendy.
Sneaking a peek at the show in the office. Thank you, studio audience. Thank you for being here. I am doing wonderfully. I've got lots of great stuff to share with you today. The Voice has crowned their new winner. Kristen Stewart is still apologizing, and a former American Idol contestant is biting the hand that fed him. Let's talk about it. It's time for Hot Topics. I want to, thank you. Just thank you, I love you too. I write my little notes to remind myself of certain things. You know, right before he said, and here's Wendy, I was backstage on my laptop in my area waiting and scrolling around the blogosphere, and I saw where, okay, there's this record executive, Andre Harrell. He's got a lot of cachet. Anyway, did you see Divas on Sunday night? Divas on VH1? So he tweets out that the show should have been called Junior Divas. He implied that the singer Fiona Lewis, or Melanie Fiona, and Jordan Sparks, friend of the show, can't sing worth a piece. Girls, I'm sorry you had to hear that from him. On the other hand, Andre, I need you at Hot Talk. Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Keep it good. Say it, say it, say it, say it. So, did you watch The Voice last night? All 3 hours? Or did you just tune in towards the end like me to find out who the winner's going to be? Okay, all right. Well, I want to congratulate the young lady, Cassidy Pope. Cassidy is only, yeah, she did it. She was on Blake's team, and she's only 23, and she has been crowned the season 3 champ at The Voice, which is great. You know, she sings country and pop, a great combination. We should probably be hearing her music on the radio soon. You know, she's got 2 songs that she did on The Voice during her performances that are already in the top 10 on iTunes, so she's on her way. In the meantime, CeeLo's outfit didn't disappoint. I mean, but CeeLo, I am a fan of the avant-garde, but what the hell? Really, what is that? Shoulder pads with spikes. And then Christina Aguilera, I know you just do things so that we just talk about it, and we're talking. As a wiggy, though, it is high time that you take off that cheap plastic wig and get yourself a real good wig. And you don't have to like my controversy wig. You don't have to like any of my wigs. But one thing as a wiggy that I will say is that I take my wig wearing very seriously. This looks like a costume wig from like Ricky's costume shop. This is a very wealthy woman. It would cost her nothing to get a custom-made platinum wig with human hair that wouldn't be so shiny, maybe a little bit thicker on account of I'm from Jersey, so to me, if it's not thick, it's not right. And then she looks like she's wearing the cousin to CeeLo's outfit, right? With this right here. But I enjoyed watching both of you since you've been there at The Voice, and I'm really going to miss you when you go. Last night was their last night. It was a big celebration. A lot of big stars took the stage, like Rihanna did Diamonds, which I love that song. Yeah, And then the girl that I knew in high school in Any Street USA, Kelly Clarkson, was there. She's just so regular to me, and I mean, regular is good. And she's showing off her new engagement ring, and then that man right there is Bruno Mars. He took out the pompadour. And all the performances were great. And then all 4 judges got together and they sang for Christina and CeeLo's final night. You know, we've been telling you that, you know, after this particular season on The Voice, they are going away to promote their music careers, and The Voice has given them the cachet to do this. And then sitting in their places will be Usher and Shakira beginning in March. But what I found out, if you're like me, then you're also questioning, can Usher and Shakira do the job? But then I just found out today, and I don't know why this wasn't better explained to me or why I didn't know, the door is open for CeeLo and Christina to come back in September when The Voice ramps up for the fall season. So hopefully they'll be back, because we like you there. And we'll have to see what Usher and Shakira do, but even if they do well, please don't give us 6 judges. You know what I mean? Like, what if they keep them and then bring back the other 2? It's all too much, so you'll have to choose, and we'll help you. Yeah. Thank you. Clay Aikens is the one biting the hand that fed him, so to speak. He's trashing American Idol. He tells The Hollywood Reporter that when he was on American Idol in 2003, it was all about the contestants like him and also Ruben. You know, Clay came in second, Ruben won, but now he's saying it's all about the judges. And I agree. I couldn't tell you who won what. I don't even remember who won The Voice. Who did I say won? Cassidy. Casey. Anyway, the judges, Clay, when you first started with American Idol, though, this was brand new, this whole competition thing, and we were all fascinated by it. And there was no X Factor, and there was no Voice, and there was no other show on TV like that. And also, we had no idea who Simon Cowell was. I mean, you know, he was an import to us. We knew who Paula was, but we hadn't heard from her since Straight Up Now Tell Me. We weren't sure whether... We were still, you know, assessing the judges. You know, Randy Jackson and, you know, all them. So it's a different time now. And the judges, you're right, they go on there to promote themselves if they're in between albums, and they go on there for that. And I think that we've kind of come to accept that the judges are the stars of the show. And that the contestants gotta make their own way. You know, you either win and then you get out there and you do things or not. Clay, you're lucky because everybody remembers you. Remember, Clay had, his fans were called Clayminators? Claymates. Claymates. And his fans were rabid, and they followed him around every place. And you really had a really good run. Clay, take this the best way. It's in poor taste for you to trash American Idol, because that should be like the kind of talk that you do. You know, you say it like you mean it around your kitchen table when your besties come over, you know, and you talk in the kitchen. But don't say it out loud, so we talk about it here on Hot Topics. Clay? So, do I need to refresh your memory as to what Kristen Stewart did where she feels the need to continue to apologize? Kristen Stewart, the vampire kid. All right, well, she's speaking out still after the aftermath of that scandal. Remember, she was accused of having an affair with that married man, and he has children, and they were caught by the paparazzi looking a little bit inappropriate, but we're still not exactly sure what, so I'll say alleged. And at the time, you know, she was also dating her vampire co-star, Rob Pattinson. So all the fans of Rob Pattinson got very upset, and everybody turned on her like a wild wolf. And, well, you know, the young kids, they get very sensitive. They get very into their hero worship. And so this girl said that Kristen, she says that she literally went into hiding after the world found out about her affair. Only it wasn't an affair. It's only an affair if you're married. It's called cheating if you're not. You know, you gotta have a ring on it to call it an affair, young lady. Anyway, and if that's what you did, allegedly. Also, she is apologizing. Apologizing still, sort of. Here's her statement. She says, it's not a terrible thing if you're either loved or hated. But honestly, I don't care because it doesn't keep me from doing my bleep. And I apologize to everyone for making them so angry. It was not my intention. You know, this girl is only a minute over 12. I don't feel as though, young lady, you need to apologize to anybody anymore about this. This is what young people do in order to, you've got to kiss, like I always say, you gotta kiss many frogs before you eventually find your prince. Amen? And while cheating isn't right, it happens. And if it's gonna happen, let it happen while you're young, wild, and free, and you've got a lesson to learn. I don't see that you did anything so wrong except that you poached a married man. My statement to you is close your legs to married men. Allegedly. Everybody knows by now that you don't mess with Donald Trump on account of he will let you have it. So the former Miss Pennsylvania, Sheena Monin, do you remember back in June, Sheena quit Donald's Miss USA competition because she claimed that the pageant was rigged. She alleged that the top 5 names were already selected even before the show began, and she claimed that good hair and good S-curve though, right? Look at that, it's good. Anyway, Sheena also blasted the pageant for being fraudulent, lacking morals, and being trashy in many ways. Well, then why'd you sign up? just asking. Young lady. So now here goes Donald. Now, you know, this is an innocent girl from Pennsylvania. Maybe she said 5 words too many, but Donald, did you have to sue her? I know! He's awesome. look, in his own way. This is really, look, he sued her and it went to arbitration. Well, the verdict is in, the arbitrator ruled in Donald's favor. She's on the hook for $5 million now on account of all big mouth, and she's got to pay Donald's Miss Universe organization $5 million in damages. Where's she gonna get that kind of money? I mean, what? Donald, you're not gonna really make her make good on this, are you? Are you gonna garnish her wages for now until forever? Miss Thing, you should have kept your mouth shut. You should have, I mean, even if you knew things, much like Clay, that should be kitchen table talk. You spread the word, you know, if that's how you feel. Well, congratulations, Mr. Trump. The rich keep getting richer. And Juliana Rancic and Andy Cohen are hosting the Miss Universe pageant, which comes on tonight at 8 on NBC. You know, Lady Gaga's been involved with this relationship with a boy by the name of Taylor Kinney for quite some time. He's one of the stars of NBC's Chicago Fire, and he's a good-looking man, but have you ever gotten a really good look? Oh, ooh. His eyes are like lipid pools. His hair has just enough texture. I like a man with textured hair. And also, he's ripped, but not so ripped that he intimidates us. You know how you get with a guy and they're always telling you to put down a donut and get in the gym and, you know, do you really need that? And I'll be home late because I'm going to pump, and they look ridiculous and you're looking at yourself like, you know, This right here, it's perfect. It's just enough, but not too much. And Taylor told The Sun that Gaga reminds him of his mother. Does your mother dress like this? And that his mother has actually given blessing to his relationship with Gaga. They've been together now for a moment, and I think it's really great. This was a big conversation during Hot Topics this morning. It got very loud, and at one point I thought somebody was gonna start punching somebody else. Because some of my Hot Topics staff said, what is he doing with her? Oh, he wants to be famous. She's not hot, she's not hot. I'm just like, on account of I've lived a little bit, so I've matured and I understand it's not all about being hot. But excuse me, Stephanie Germanotta, who's Lady Gaga's, real name, she's not a bad looking girl. Have you ever seen her? You're not agreeing? She's no dog. She's a decent looking girl, number one. And number two, you ever go out with somebody, you're initially attracted to them, maybe he was initially attracted because he needed, his weight up regarding being famous. So, you date somebody like Lady Gaga. So they probably went on the first date and he was probably like, And then she probably threw him so much good conversation that before you knew it, he was seduced by not Lady Gaga, but by Stephanie. And I bet you she's the kind of girl, because she lives such an otherwise crazy life, I bet you she likes to lay in TV. I bet you she likes to watch Hoarders, and like the rest of us do. I bet you she likes to order pizza and let the crumbs fall in the bed. And, you know, they probably have a really good time. So his initial reason for going out with her might have been because she's Gaga. I give that to you. But his reason for staying is probably because he really cares about her. Everything doesn't have to be about hot guy gets with hot girl, you know? My tea is really good today, all kinds of lemon. It's good. Anyway, so Coco T, friend to the show, you know, she's famous for flaunting her. Flaunting her curves. In heels, she's lifting the weights. That behind, that figure is crazy. Anyway, she is now flaunting her famous curves live on stage in Las Vegas. It's our hot shot of the day. Take a look. That's Coco on stage in Vegas making her debut in Peep Show. You know, friend of the show, Holly Madison, one of Hef's old girlfriends, the one he used to be engaged to. This was her show, but Holly's pregnant. So Coco's taken over, I guess, until Holly comes back. In the meantime, your body is crazy. Coco, I've purposely been avoiding talking about that story with you and Ice-T and that little playa from Oakland with the fly white car who had his boobs he had his head on your boobs inappropriately. I purposely haven't been talking about it because I believe the story. So I'm just trying to look down and ignore it. Let's move on. I am so shocked I have not spilled one bit of anything. I'm like a 5-year-old when it comes to wearing white, do you know what I mean? And also, like a lot of women, it's not necessarily something that I wear because, you know, does this dress make my butt look big? That type of thing. But I said I was gonna think out of the box today, and I got this dress from the Burlington Coat Factory. Under $50. And I have to tell you something, it's the holiday time of the year, and I was thinking about you while I was there because, you know, Burlington Coat Factory has great clothes, designer brand names and whatnot for 65% off the department store prices. And they sell something for everybody on your list. You've been, you're nodding along. They've got stuff for women, for men, for the juniors, for the children, the sportswear. They've got everything. In Burlington Coat Factory, there's probably one near you. If not, then come to the one near me. They have over 500 stores. To find the one nearest you, log on to wendyshow.com. And thank you, Burlington Coat Factory. I love my white dress.